Hi everybody, welcome to the Finance This Property That podcast. My name is Dion Fernandes and I am a mortgage planner and finance professional. My goal is to empower financial legacies for generations, and I look to do this by using my over 13 years experience in finance and having special guest speakers like financial planners, accountants, buyer's agents, family lawyers who are experts in their field to provide knowledge and free education. And without further ado, let's get into our episode today. Welcome everybody to this episode of Finance This Property That. We're here to empower financial legacies for generations. So I thought I'd like to talk about the topic of building a financial legacy. So what is a financial legacy and why is it important? All right, so a financial legacy, think of it like a family heirloom. But instead of an antique jewelry, it's wealth, financial stability that you pass down from generation to generation. It's crucial because it sets the tone for future generations and sets them up for success and breaks the struggle of having finances and not being able to do what you want with your life. Cool. Let me just share with you a success story. Nathan and Marie, really complex, self-employed clients that wanted to make their investment and money work for them better, but also secure their financial future. Now, they'd already taken certain steps in doing this, and they were already in a pretty good position. So very, very early on when I was approached by them, we looked at restructuring their first investment property, right? This was to increase some cash flow so they could then go purchase their owner-occupied property, right? Now, this was a fairly sizable and beautiful home. And, you know, it wasn't a small loan. That was done about 18 months ago. Working really hard in their business over those years and previous years, they ended up coming into a large surplus of cash. And now there was a potential to do what's called a debt recycling strategy and make the income tax deductible. Have no personal debt. They needed to assemble a team together, which they already had, which was made up of myself, their finance, their accountant for their tax strategy, their financial planner that sets up the long-term strategy, but then myself as the finance guru to set up the debt structure correctly so they can continue building. Originally, they were just actually going to put the money straight into the owner-occupied home loan, then take it out of their redraw. Now, yes, this technically does meet the requirement to debt recycle, as the funds were put in there and then they were reusing those funds for the investment purpose. The issue with that was that they'd still actually be paying the same monthly principal and interest repayment, which was circa $10,000 a month. My recommendation ended up with them having no debt in their personal name, not having a principal and interest repayment as the funds sat in offset with an interest-only term while they were finding their investments. So it was 100% offset, therefore they're not paying any funds. This was verified and ratified by their accountant and financial planner, and that was the strategy we implemented. Flash forward to now, they're ready to launch their first property, which is going to be an amazing project. They were able to negotiate and purchase with absolute confidence. So what are some key strategies around building a financial legacy? Well, one of the key things that we just highlighted there was the importance of debt structuring and maximizing borrowing capacity. How we start determines how the results pan out. And I strongly suggest that you refer to my podcast around the 3 different debt structures that are available to you: personal, company trust, and self-managed super fund. I go into a little bit more detail around the pros and cons. The other way we could have a look at it is around diversifying investments, ensuring stability and growth. Now, you will really need to speak to a financial planner and an accountant because they will be key to ensuring that you don't have your eggs all in one basket and you're overcapitalizing in one area or the other. So back to the real point is around getting the right advice early prepares you for the future. Also, regularly, I'll eat my words again, regularly reviewing and adjusting your financial plan to adapt to your changing circumstances, because what it is now versus what your position is going to be in 2 years will be very different. You could have kids, want another car, etc. So we need to take that into account. At Emerge, we actually have our superstars in the back office that review your rates or review all our clients' rates every 6 months so they don't have to. This provides us with a great talking point around any changes in circumstances or what's next, because we could do what's next week, rather than 12 months, bring it forward if that's what they want to do. We also perform valuations where required to see whether the properties are performing. Hand this information also to the key parties like the accountant and financial planner to ensure that their strategy is still aligning or whether we need to make a change. So, the role of a financial strategist and your accountants and financial planners is really key because we all help you navigate those complex financial landscapes. There's absolute benefit in having a team of experts around you, such as accountants, financial planners, mortgage planners / financial strategists like myself, real estate agents and insurance experts to guide you along that journey and provide you with that independent, unbiased advice. So in summary, get in early, speak to someone early, surround yourselves with the right people. All right, that is so key. Get the team around you to ensure that you're getting that right advice. We're all working together as well. It's not one person working independently and not on board with ultimately your strategy and what you're looking to do. The other key point, get your finances reviewed regularly. If, let's say, your mortgage broker or financial strategist is not doing that regularly and you're having to do that by yourself, maybe have a think about whether they're the right people for you. I also really encourage you as my listeners to think about creating your own financial legacy and what you want what you want that to look like. Reach out to me. Happy to have a chat, and I'm really happy to help you talk about building your financial legacy. As always, this is really general information in nature, and the information provided is around one person scenario. Your situation may differ, so come and have a chat to me. I've got a good list of trusted partners that will be able to help you create that legacy. As always, if you like the content here, please share it with your friends and family. Like the Instagram page at Dion Finance Specialist and the podcast page at Finance This Property That. This podcast is on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and all your major podcasting groups. Again, thank you for listening and see you on the next episode.